Welcome to Venusian Soul Tarot. Today I'm back with a timeless picker card reading, and it's going to be Message from the Light. So I want you to cast your gaze over the cards and ask your higher self which cards have a message for you. We have pile number 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. If you need to pause the video to meditate further, please do so, but for those of you who are ready, let's get started. Hi Group 1. So with this initial card, it's from the Dimensions of Light Oracle by Alana Fairchild. I'm just going to read out the meaning, but straight away it really reminds me of the heart chakra, especially with the Jade sitting above it. It is the number 9 as well. So we have commit to closure. The promise of the new can be enticing. The intoxicating blend of hope, inspiration, and optimism can seem irresistible. There are many beautiful ideas and dreams to conjure, yet limited time to bring them all to life. A vivid imagination open to possibilities can keep us youthful and vital. However, the same questing nature can distract us from fulfilling our purpose when driven by fear, boredom, or lack of commitment. Sometimes the thrill of the new needs to be placed aside so that the joyful fulfillment of heartfelt ideas can come to life. There are many beautiful adventures on your spiritual horizon, but you can only approach them by taking the journey step by step in the here and now. Earn your next creative leap by attending to what needs to be done. Okay, beautiful. So for some of you, I'm hearing like there could be a need to tie up loose ends, or there's something in your life, and that information I just read was on page number 29 as well. So we have master number 11. But I'm hearing there may be some aspects of your life that have to be closed out or released before certain things come into alignment. For some of you, I'm not getting like heavy healing as such. It's more like a letting go. And obviously with that can come a sense of, sadness or just release. I feel like there's a little bit of releasing that happens, especially with this Ace of Swords, because you can see it's like you're cutting away anything that ties you so you can fully step into your vision. Now I feel, and with King of Wands and 8 of Wands, for some of you it could involve communication, or communication could be important in what you're doing and what you're moving towards. But with the Lovers and the King of Swords, there could be something that you need to close out. This could be like a person, environment, a hobby, a location. There's something that's going to end that enables you to put more energy or to receive more when it comes to your heart's desires, your creative intent. For this group, I'm feeling very strongly like you already have a vision, a dream, a project that Spirit is talking about. So if you're in a position where that's not the case, you may want to choose a different pile, because I just feel like this group very strongly, there's something that you're wanting to create, there's something that you can bring into the world and into fulfillment. And it's like Spirit is nudging you towards that and encouraging you in that direction. But again, I keep hearing for this group as well, trust the process. So there could be an element of impatience, because I get this sense of I'm here, but I want to be here. I want to be at the 8 of Wands. I want things to start moving. So if you are feeling like a sense of, how do I say, I'm hearing frustration or like time, even that energy of time is running out. Like maybe this isn't going to happen. Maybe it can't happen. Maybe I need to, I'm hearing don't force things as well, because there could be a tendency with this group, or just presently, we've got 2 kings, and I'm feeling that energy of being very in the divine masculine energy, which is needed, but it needs to be balanced. So I'm hearing don't be in that kind of energy of, I'm going to push through anything and charge ahead. Like there has to be a flow state. So if you are experiencing setbacks, or there's certain things that are tethered to you that need to be closed out before you can gain traction, Spirit keeps saying trust the timing. And it makes me think of that energy of like, if say you have a particular vision or mission, if you arrive at the destination too soon before the right people are ready for you, it can be a great disservice and would actually set you back. So I'm hearing any obstacles or challenges right now, are designed to align you. They may look as though, they're holding you back, or they may look as though they're preventing you from, achieving or actualizing your vision or dream, but Spirit's saying in actuality, it's helping to get you there. It's so funny. I didn't look down at the card, but what you have is oneness, and look at the words: balance, patience, divine masculine. Yeah, so Spirit is really wanting you to balance the divine feminine and divine masculine and potentially kind of step more so into the divine feminine at this point in time. It's like knowing, I keep hearing inspired action, knowing when it's time to act. Yeah, with King of Wands, Page of Swords, Eight of Wands, for some of you, there's something really important that you're going to communicate. I feel like many of you have gifts around expression, writing, speaking, communication. It could be performance as well. But it's like Spirit is saying with this King of Swords as well, there's a need to not overthink. Like, take one step at a time, and you are going to be guided and led, but don't get so far ahead of yourself that, again, like you're running at the goal, or you're running at your dream, but things haven't yet aligned. Okay, the other card you have is Gaian Awakening. And you have preparing, relocation, ascension. So again, I'm hearing things are being prepared behind the scenes. It's like I keep hearing there's a massive element of divine timing in what you're doing right now or what you're asking for. And some of you will be moving, or there'll be an end of a circumstance in the physical, whether this is a job, a home, a location, and it enables you to step more fully and align more fully with what you're asking for and what you desire. So Spirit is saying, like, hold the faith for that. But there's a need to have a level of patience while things are sorting themselves out or coming into alignment. Yeah, see, trust. You have patience twice. It's so funny. With patience and trust sitting above the Six of Pentacles, for some of you, it could be like impatience around the financial aspect of what you're doing. Feeling as though like maybe, I won't make money from this, or maybe I won't be abundant in this process and on this path. Whereas I feel like Spirit is saying, no, like it is just a matter of timing. So we have overcoming doubts, insecurities, patience. Yeah, I'm hearing your greatest enemy is your mind, because I feel like your mind may have a tendency to kind of run rampant or kind of get out of control, where there's a lot of fear. I feel like there may be a lot that comes to the surface, but if it is, I'm also hearing there's an energy of like purification, clearing away fear, clearing away doubt and lack so that you can step into these frequencies. And you also have here celestial assistance, angelic messages, guidance, enlightenment. So again, Spirit is guiding and leading you, but there's a need to have faith and trust. Yeah, it's like when the time is right, I'm hearing you will soar. It's like Spirit will kind of propel you upward. We also have here soul time. Again, another card of divine timing, another card of patience as well. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that while the corporeal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. Yeah, there's a new level of patience or flow that's coming into this process, and Spirit is saying it's going to make all the difference, and it is going to help propel you upward and really support you with your dreams and with your goal. Yeah, with the King of Wands, we have here universal love. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence itself. Spirit is saying, like, when you're facing setbacks with King of Wands with a vision, number one, focus on your love of your endeavor or your project. Focus on the love you feel, and I just noticed as well, we have 444. And again, grounding is what I'm hearing. But there's a need to focus on the love of what you're doing and not get caught up in fear. What I feel is happening, some of this purification around the heart space is actually a clearing of fear, but for many of you, I also feel it's on the mental level. I'm also hearing Spirit wants you to remember that everything is divine love. There is only love is real. So when we're facing obstacles or challenges or hurt whatever it may be specifically, know that it is coming from love. And if it shows up, it's there to help untangle you, to help free you. Yeah, you have a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Again, it's like Spirit doesn't want you to give up on your dream. Like Spirit is saying it is manifesting. You are taking the right steps, the right action. Now is a time to be more so in the divine feminine and that flow state where you're releasing fear. You're not holding on too tight, because we also have here your life as a canvas. Again, some of you are very creative. You're visionaries. You're artists, you're visionaries. You have some of you are gifted communicators. We have artists, manifestation, creative accountability. So again, it's like you can manifest what you want. You are in that process, but there is a need to trust. Trust the timing. Trust where you're led, because Spirit is also saying you're only going to be guided step by step. So if right now things have kind of fallen silent, it's because it's a time of rest, restoration before you start moving again. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, Group 2. So for those of you drawn to this card, the first thing I heard was a gift from the heavens, and I keep looking at this Ace of Coins and the coin in the Queen of Coins hand, and I feel like there's some sort of idea or vision or download or opportunity that comes in that Spirit is almost gifting you with, especially with the Seven of Cups as well. There's a sense of new doorways and opportunities opening, potentially after a period of immense challenge with the Five of Wands, the Three of Swords, and justice. I feel like for some of you, you've really been put through your paces, or you've dealt with a lot of opposition or negativity. I just want to read out the description of this card. So we've got card number 38, so master number 11. We have evolving vision. There comes a time when visions or dreams, no matter how marvelous they are, need to be upgraded to meet the present circumstances. There is a spontaneous, wild, and unpredictable quality to life that requires flexibility and responsiveness from those who wish to live creatively and connected to the endless emanations of divine play. Sometimes we have to grow to meet the vision. Sometimes the vision needs to grow to meet us. The universe is lovingly prodding you to become aware that there is more depth and richness to your divine path than you thought. Instead of a one-course meal, a sumptuous banquet is in order. It might seem counterintuitive, but it does take courage to receive. It involves confronting our previously unconscious smallness of mind or heart. Let smaller notions be stretched by the higher will of divine purpose. Be bold with your openness to what can be. Many new things are becoming possible for you now, and through that, much benefit shall emerge for many. So again, that kind of ties into what I was feeling. I feel like there's so many, because I kept seeing like doorways with these cups, and I was hearing like there's infinite possibilities. There's new doorways that are opening. But for many of you, there's one particular vision, download, idea you receive that Spirit is wanting you to bring to action, bring into the world with that Eight of Coins. And again, for many of you, this is your purpose. This is, you know, when we talk about destiny, we obviously have free will. So there's not a sense of, oh, you have to do this. But I just feel for many of you, it is what you came here to do. And it's like, but I feel like it comes on suddenly. And for some of you, you've already received this vision and idea, but you may still be in that phase where you're kind of grappling with things or trying to identify how to bring it into form, or what that looks like, or what your next step is. Because I feel for some of you, there is an energy here of hesitation or just simply uncertainty. But I feel like the divine Spirit is really helping you kind of bring this into form and really encouraging you to take action. Yeah, I'm hearing ground the ideas, because it's like, for this group as well, when I first saw this card, I heard psychic ability. So for some of you, I do feel that you're psychics or intuitives. I don't think all of you are necessarily going to work as psychics and intuitives. For some of you, I feel like you're receiving, it's like you're channeling some sort of idea or project or vision. Some of you may literally channel messages, but there's a sense that your psychic ability is what enables you to receive these ideas, because you're so connected to source. Yeah, with the Seven of Cups and Four of Coins, what I'm hearing as well is you may want to keep this idea or this vision secret for a period of time. or private, so that you can kind of work on it or grow it without, people kind of looking at what you're doing or giving you their 2 cents, because I feel like that could discourage you, or it could make it harder to kind of persevere and keep going. Yeah, you have here as well the Guardians. Yeah, shielding, defense, warning. The first message I'm hearing is I feel for this group you've been through a lot of challenges, and you may have had to deal with a lot of karmic or toxic people and situations in terms of your growth. But you're entering a cycle and a phase in your life where it's far more harmonious, where you're attracting in kind of like the right people, but the right situations, like people that really resonate with you, rather than people that, test you, challenge you, push you into growth. So I do see things kind of balancing out in your life and in your world. Yeah, I feel like you're going to have much greater peace of mind. But again, with shielding, it's like Spirit doesn't, I'm hearing like work on this idea, this business, this venture on the down low. If you have someone very close to you who you can trust, by all means. But I feel like, it's like working under the light of the moon, working in secrecy, or taking action without the pressure of prying eyes. Or for some of you, like if you tell too many people, it could be that it kind of gets you in your head or leaves you feeling like, oh, like now there's expectation or now there's pressure, where it kind of sets you back and it doesn't serve you. Because for this group especially, I'm just hearing like, you may not be someone that operates well when everyone's kind of watching you or everything's out in the open. And it could just be that you need to gain more clarity within yourself first before taking action on this. Yeah, you have challenges as well. Blocks, fears and negativity, betrayal. You may still have some fear when it comes to this vision, because I feel in that book, in that passage I read, it was talking about, stretching, that sometimes your purpose or what Spirit is asking of you requires you to stretch beyond your limitations or your thought patterns, your beliefs, what you think's attainable. So I feel for some of you, this vision might be a little bit daunting, or it might be quite a big vision and dream. Like it may require a lot of you to bring it into form and to manifest it. So there may be a period of time where you're healing and grappling with certain fears, doubts. They may be coming to the surface right now, because I feel when this vision or this idea first hits, it may be a little disconcerting at first. Yeah, again, you guys have really strong, I keep being drawn to the third eye. You're super psychic, and some of you, you're super clairvoyant. Yeah, but Spirit's saying as well, you're going to be aided and assisted with certain challenges, but I'm also hearing that you're not going to face, like with betrayal. I feel for some of you, you've had really difficult relationships, like people trying to undermine you, people trying to block you from shining, or, intimidation, jealousy. There's been a pattern of connection, or the type of people that were drawn into your world, that Spirit is saying like that phase is over. You need to heal and release and forgive those situations. And again, forgiveness is personal. You have to allow, the timing to grieve and go through that entire process before you can reach that place of forgiveness naturally. But I just keep feeling for this group, Spirit is saying like the past isn't going to repeat itself, especially as it pertains to people. Yeah, you have Utopia, beautiful. It's like you're coming into a really blessed phase. I was also hearing at the beginning, although this project and idea is a blessing, I think it's going to bring in a lot of blessings in the form of abundance, connection, support, soul tribe, could be soulmate energy for some of you. We have Utopia, peace, serenity, paradise. Yeah, it's like you're coming into a time very joyful. I feel like the energies before were kind of dense or like dark in the sense of challenging, whereas now you're coming into a lightness of spirit. And right here as well, we have destiny, divine purpose, passion, service. I keep seeing the dolphins. You may have a connection to dolphins, or again, I just think of joy when I think of dolphins. Yeah, a lot of blessings, but it's like, this is your mission. This is what, for many of you, this project, this business, this idea you've been granted is precisely what you incarnated to do. I keep seeing the number 7 for you guys as well. 43 we have twice, maybe significant, so you may want to look at that number. The frequency of transition supports our deep understanding of the ever-changing nature of existence and our lives, so that we can learn to let go, surrender to the process, and allow transition to occur with ease and grace. You also have integration. Yeah, with above the 3 of Swords, some of you, there's still some integration and healing that has to happen around past pain and past connections. Because what I'm hearing is some of those denser energies was coming from other people, but it's like you've taken it on a little bit or you've absorbed it. We have the frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. I'm hearing it's coming into unity within yourself. It's coming into wholeness, integrating as well, and accepting, you know, the shadow or the shadow aspects of life, the darker aspects of life, as well as the positive. With the 8 of Coins, we have breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. What I'm hearing with this card is that there will be an element of hard, it's not really hard work, because I feel for many of you, you're loving what you're doing, so it is enjoyable, but there is an element obviously of work and effort that's going to have to be undertaken to bring this into form. But Spirit wants you to know that you're going to be supported in that process, and it's not a case of, you know, you don't have to go it alone, or like, you know, slog away at it every day without any, you know, you're co-creating. Spirit wants you to call on divine support. Spirit wants you to be in a place where you're open and receptive to divine guidance and, yeah, justice. This is your justice, this vision. Because from this dream, from this vision, all the blessings come in. For many of you, your star seeds, again, really strong third eye energy. Your Pleiadians, we have visionary inspired ideas. Yeah, but there's something for this group, I feel like there's something very specific that you're creating and bringing into form, like a specific project or idea, or like it could be like artistry. There's just something very clear that's coming through. And I keep hearing like, this is your destiny. This is what you've come here for. This is what you incarnated to create. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hey, group 3. So you are drawn to this beautiful card, card 49. So I just want to read out the message. Okay, so you have heart opening. Purification often happens when the heart is opening and awakening to a new level of expansive presence. Purification may involve a temporary revisiting of old wounds. As the heart outgrows the old ways, those stuck energies are flushed out of body, mind, and soul. This doesn't necessarily feel good at the time. Like any detoxification, it can be uncomfortable before it gets better. That's putting it nicely. It might feel like a nightmare. Purification happens because you are capable of going through it and transforming positively through the process. Once the drama of your past wounds starts to clear and settle, your heart will have an increased spaciousness, a capacity for blissful love, and a powerful presence. When it happens, stay with it. You are not regressing, you are healing. Your heart knows what it is doing. Trust in the deeper wisdom guiding your path. Okay, so for this group, what I kept hearing when I first laid these tarot cards was there's a new path for you. It's time for a new journey. It's time to start. I almost heard start again, but it's like it's a brand new journey or trajectory. For some of you, that may mean like literal travel movement, but for some of you, I feel like you're going to come into union. For those of you who are single and that's what you're seeking, there is a clearing of past experiences, past fears, especially around love, around happiness, around opening your heart. Because with the 7 of Wands, 9 of Swords, I feel like right now, some of you may really be going through it. There may be a lot coming up, but it's like you need to have certain realizations or epiphanies, awakenings, especially around self and around connection that prepare you and allow you to usher in this new cycle. So Spirit is saying the sun is coming, the sun will return, but it's like right now you're in that storm phase. Right now there's certain things that have to kind of be processed, be cleared, be released before you can step into this. And the first oracle you have, isolation, loneliness, reconnection, home, above the Seven of Wands. So some of you may be feeling a little lonely or disconnected, especially from where you're at or just from people in general. And I feel like some of this may have come from past wounding. It could have been like a past rejection, abandonment. I feel like there's been some sort of painful wound or ending around connection and relationship. For some of you, this could be stemming, when I see home, I think back like childhood home. It could be stemming back from a childhood wound, but it could have been replicated as well in your romantic connections. But there's something I feel like your mind is going to be plagued with over, I'm hearing the coming weeks. I feel like a lot of this energy may clear out within a month. Some of you, it might take, a month to 6 weeks, but I feel like a lot of it's going to kind of, I'm hearing there's a purging and it will clear, but there's just this sense of revisiting or having certain realizations or truths that come to the surface in regards to, for some of you as well, how you keep yourself held back from love, from joy, or from the potential joy that comes from connection. This doesn't have to be romantic, although for some of you, I really think it is. Because I think Spirit has a divine union for some of you in mind where that's applicable. But there's a need to almost clear that heart space to bring it in, to allow that joy, to allow that connection. So if you are, I'm hearing for some of you meditation and listening to music, any yoga, anything that really puts you in that Zen energy, where you're just at peace, where you can relax, you can release these energies, is going to be beneficial. Because I just keep hearing like a mile a minute, like your mind is just plagued with so much coming to the surface, but it is coming up to heal. For those of you where you feel like you're really reminiscing, like it's almost an energy, it's nostalgia, but it's not necessary. You know how some people have nostalgia where they're like, oh, I wish I could go back to that time. For some of you, it may not be like a positive nostalgia. It could be like re-experiencing some of those wounds or having realizations, and it's like you just want it to end. You want it to close out completely, and Spirit is saying it is going to. For this group as well, I keep seeing like 10s and 9s. So you might be seeing like 99, 999, 1010. Here we have magical realms. Belief, confidence, co-creative power. Yeah, with the Nine of Swords, there's a healing that's happening in alchemy around your belief system, because I'm hearing in order to bring in the new, and again, not all of this, for some of you, it may not be related to connection or specifically romantic connection, although for some of you, I do think it's around, receiving love, receiving support, connecting with others, even if that is in a platonic sense. There does seem to be that theme, because it's like Spirit wants to bring in the right connections or have people that are really healing and nurturing for you. But I feel like right now you may be in this place of, being the lone wolf, going it alone. Your past experience may have shown you, or you've fostered that belief that I can't trust other people, or it's not safe to open my heart. And I think Spirit's trying to readdress that and shift that so that you are open to what's coming in for you. Yeah, so there's a lot of healing and purging around limiting belief systems, negative thought patterns. There is some emotion as well clearing from the heart space. You have here manifestation. And look, like steps 28, 29. Magic, prosperity, fortune, pure intentions, sitting above the Four of Wands. So you're coming into a time where it's going to be very blessed. There's changes coming in, although they're scary, and they're going to be so, it's like going from like one extreme to the other, like feeling completely alone or separated, and then having all this love and connection and meeting your soul tribe and your divine partner. There's some sort of duality that's happening. It's like flipping the switch, doing like a complete 180 where you're like, what is, how can things change so suddenly and be so different all of a sudden? And Spirits, I just keep hearing it's time. I think for some of you in this lifetime and in this incarnation, you had to learn lessons around you know, strength, self-empowerment, self-love, independence, individuality, going your own way, not being like codependent or influenced by other people's energies, but you've already mastered that. You've almost become so good at it that it's like Spirit's like, okay, now we've got to bring it back. Find a balance. Yeah, breakthrough. Leap of faith, freedom, new beginning. There's something the sun underneath. There's some sort of like opportunity, or there's something that comes in for you. Like it could be the potential to relocate. It could be a significant connection. There's something that comes in that changes your life drastically. And Spirit's saying, but I think there may be an element of fear or doubt when this shows up. So there could be a sense of like, can I trust this, or should I go for this? And Spirit's saying, yes, like this was sent to you for a reason. You've been guided to take this on, like go for it. But I feel like for this group, there could be like an element of trepidation or doubt or uncertainty and fear. But Spirit's saying there's nothing to be afraid of. This is trustworthy and it was divinely sent. So above the Two of Wands, yeah, and like even if you look with the Two of Wands, again, there's a new path opening up for you, and it brings in with the Page of Wands, you're going to feel revitalized. It's like your passion returns, your joy returns, your happiness returns. But with Death and Eight of Cups, right now there's a death process, a shedding process, a purification that's happening before you can step into it. You have here Cosmic Flower. The frequency of Cosmic Flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. Yeah, it's like you're a flower that's ready to bloom. You're blossoming. You also have realization. There are going to be some truths that are coming to the surface as well. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. Yeah, it's like Spirit is bringing you into completion because you've mastered this one aspect of self or experience, and now you're going to master the polar opposite. We also have 28, 10, 37, 10, 10, 10. But I'm also hearing your heart is healing. Your heart is opening again. For some of you to get through this process, you may have, I don't want to say become cold, but been less open emotionally. It's like the heart, you're still a beautiful, loving soul, but maybe you felt like you couldn't fully open your heart center, or you couldn't express some of that love. You also have Earth sitting above Death. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Okay, with this card as well, it's like, again, I keep seeing like ascension energy. You've ascended beyond your last passage of experience. You've grown beyond, you know, who you thought you were, the experiences that once kind of were helpful or taught you or helped you grow. It's like now there's nothing more to be gained from them. You've learned all you could from that chapter. Yeah, Eight of Cups. I'm hearing you're being activated. But again, there's a lot that you're shedding and letting go of, and I feel like this could be a difficult process while you're in the middle of it. So you have the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Yeah, and I feel like you're integrating. Some of you may in the future communicate some and express some of the things you've learned and experienced. But I feel, and that won't resonate with all of you, but I feel like for some of you, it's like you're integrating the wisdom that you gained from these challenges and you're leaving behind the pain. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, Group 4. So for those of you drawn to this card, we have card number 30. I'm just going to read out the passage and the message for you. Okay, what's funny is you chose Angelite, and when I was laying your cards, I was hearing like your energy is so angelic. It's just, there's something so magical about this group, and the card you chose is the gathering of the light. Spiritual light is gathering around you, attracted to the purity of your heart. To enhance this light, don't identify with it or try to claim it as your own. Simply acknowledge it as a luminous presence flowing through a pure heart, touching the world. In the sanctity of this light, a pathway is cleared, strengthened, and protected. Magic wants to happen. Stay true to your path. Don't become distracted by what others are doing, nor dilute your energy by attempting to pursue too much at once. Continue to commit and build whilst remaining consciously connected to the gathering light within. You are so close to succeeding. Stay focused. And the message I was hearing, like when I looked at the Hermit and then the Nine of Coins, I felt that sense of there's a lot that you know or have learnt spiritually that you are now bringing into the world. That was what I was getting. For this group, you're definitely like strong star seeds, light workers. You may identify as well with like being earth angels or very angelic. I feel like your consciousness is on a whole nother level. Like you're such old souls. Like I just keep feeling, yeah, but I feel for some of you, what you're communicating with the Hermit, I feel like it comes from different star systems. I don't, like it could have come from your own experiences in this incarnation, but it runs much deeper than that. Like I feel for this group, it's almost like you've incarnated as a light to others, to be that beacon, to help illuminate certain things. But yeah, when I first saw this, I'm just like, it was just such a pure, angelic, beautiful energy that you radiate. I also feel like you have a lot of spiritual support in terms of your star family. With the Three of Wands, you have the capacity for full enlightenment, as we all do, but I feel like your consciousness is perhaps closer to that point. I just feel like for this group, you're more spirit than you are human. Like I don't know, there's something about you, because I kept hearing like you're so magical or you're so angelic. I don't know if there's something about your appearance, or because even like when I first laid this card, it's like I felt this warmth in my heart, and it's like people may just love you and just be so captivated with your energy. There could be something unique around your appearance as well, where you have like there could be something kind of cute about you, or there's an innocence or a purity, something about the eyes as well. Like you may have really beautiful eyes, but there's just something so gorgeous about your energy. Yeah, it's like I keep wanting to gush about you. And the first oracle we have is galactic guidance. Yeah, star family, assistance, cooperation. So again, I feel like there's wisdom and knowledge. For this group, I feel like it is more esoteric. It could be creative, like it could be in the form, you know, of a book or painting or something artistic, but I don't feel so. Like I really feel for some of you, it's like you're a spiritual teacher, a leader, a channel, an energy healer. I feel like you're here to awaken people. And what I'm hearing as well is the reason your energy is so captivating, and I could feel it so strongly when I laid these cards, is because just your mere presence is enough to activate people. Even if you weren't to speak, if you were to be around them, or they spent significant time in your energy field, I feel like they would naturally awaken. And for some of you, even if you were to say write a book that wasn't esoteric, like say it's fiction or poetry, there's something that happens inside of the reader because of your energy field. And above the Nine of Wands, we have crown portal. So again, your crown chakra is wide open. And this is where you receive a lot of your downloads, a lot of your creative ideas, a lot of your visions. So I feel like you have a lot of spiritual support when it comes to what you want to bring into form and what you want to create and manifest. I feel like your abundance, I keep hearing you create abundance out of thin air. So you take something that's intangible, an idea, a vision, what would I say, like a spark of light, of inspiration, and you can make it into like a very successful business or a very successful project. And it's like spirit wants to kind of acknowledge that. The more you kind of connect, I feel like there's all different star seeds here. So I don't really want to get into the constellations. I do feel a little bit, I'm feeling Pleiadian energy, but Arcturus as well. But it could vary for all of you. But I'm just feeling like your star family give you ideas, give you guidance, like you're really connected to a particular star system. And that's why I feel you incarnated, to bring those energies and anchor them into the earth. But I do feel you're here to do something as well. Like it's not just the energy where, you're a beautiful light being who, seeds that light wherever you go. That is part of it. But you create something. There's some sort of business or project that you channel. You have exiled above the Hangman. You may have had to face, like, I'm hearing being ostracized or rejected or seen as very different. And I feel like that could have been like somewhat of a burden as you had to kind of go through this process alone. Or perhaps people just didn't quite understand you. You may have felt very disconnected from others. It's a sense where you have love and compassion and understanding for everyone else, but not many people can understand you. So illusion of separation, disconnect, isolation. But I feel like that was by divine design, because there's a sense that perhaps you had to lean on spirit and your star family more fully because you couldn't connect with people in the physical. I'm getting that message. I also feel what's coming through strong is with the Six of Cups. I feel like you have a soulmate. If you haven't met this person already, that you have had past incarnations with, but I feel like they're from the same star system. I feel like it's like a star seed soulmate. So we have soulmates, attraction, partnership, and we have 38, master number 11. Again, this group is so magical. Your energy is so pure, so joyous, very bright. But Spirit wants you to know, if you are struggling with finding the right people and the right connections, especially in terms of soul tribe or romantically, in terms of soulmate, there is a destined partner for you. And I accidentally grabbed 5 cards for this group, but the other card you had was higher perspective, the cosmos awakening unity. Again, you're here to awaken others. You're capable of unity consciousness if you don't possess it already. Like, I feel for this group, you're able to see source in everything. You're able to connect and remind people of their connection to source and to the whole. You may also really deeply connect with nature and animals. I feel that strongly for this group. In fact, some of you may have a level of telepathy where you can literally communicate with animals and plants, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you're far more magical than you are human. And it may have been difficult at points because I feel like people could probably tell that you're not like, you're not cookie cutter, you're not regular, there's something different about you in the best of ways, but you may have kind of stood out like a sore thumb, but you stood out for all the right reasons. And to be honest, because you have so much light and beauty and magnificence, I feel like for some of you, maybe you just shone a little too bright where it was hard for people to accept that. But I feel like for this group, you're really coming into your own and you're here to shine. You're here to be that light, to illuminate it. Some people will reject it or attack it because they don't realize that light is within them. Other people, it will spark their soul and their spirit and the flame within themselves. And that's what you're here to do. But I feel like you will do this as you will earn a living from this. So above the Hermit, we have Earth. Yeah, what I was sensing this group, you're really connected to Gaia and Mother Earth, and you can help heal Mother Earth. You may be really passionate around environmentalism, nutrition. You could be like plant-based or vegan, or you could be, giving information around, healthy living. You could be passionate around, organic foods. I just see there's something around, it could be something like, regenerative farming, like different practices, sustainable practices, things that really bless the planet and the earth. But you're so deeply connected to nature for this group. I feel like being around nature and animals is going to be a lot more healing and cathartic for you at times than being around people. For this group, I feel like you may feel understood when you're around animals, or you feel like you can sync with their energy better. We have the frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to this physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our great mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of our nature. Yeah, it's like you recognize yourself in animals and in nature. You recognize that we are all one. It's the same consciousness. Yeah, Queen of Wands. You're also here to bring joy. Like, I feel like when people see you, it's almost like a mixture. It's like fairy, earth angel, like there's just such a magical, whimsical, ethereal energy about this group. And again, they keep bringing me back to your aesthetic. So you may look like a fairy or a pixie. You may dress in a way that's kind of magical and, unique and special. But I just feel like there's something about you. It's like people can't forget that energy. We have the frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness The more delight we feel, the more delight we evoke in others. When people see you, it's like also you mirror energies back to people so they can see it within themselves, but it's like they can't help but feel joy when they're around you. Yeah, with Queen of Swords, there's something you have come to express and communicate and share in terms of your wisdom. And you gain this wisdom from other star systems. We have Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. For this group, grounding may be really important, and that's why nature is coming up so strong. So walking barefoot, just being in nature, because I feel for this group, you're so ethereal and whimsical. It's like you could just like float up into the sky, and your crown chakra is wide open. So you have so many ideas and downloads and beautiful visions. But with this Nine of Coins, I just get the sense of it's like you're bringing it, you're turning it into a business. And with the Queen of Swords beneath it, it could involve communication as well. So you could be like mentoring people, speaking, writing, coaching. Above Nine of Coins, we have water your garden. Again, we get a reference of like nature. Gardening could be really beautiful for this group. So we have nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Some of you are here to help people heal their bodies, heal their health, and heal the environment. So some of you may be drawn to environmentalism. Again, like you could be like plant-based or focused on organic, organic foods and organic, what would you say, like farming methods. There's something around nature and the environment. For some of you, this just could be a passion or a hobby on the side. But I feel for some of you, you may actually be like nutritionists or help people with their health. For others of you, I feel like you help people emotionally, energetically, help people awaken spiritually. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day.